Alright everyone, so the last chance qualifier is over for the Eternal Conflict. We now had basically two phases of the tournament with the new patch. We had Group B and we had the last chance qualifier. So we're now 2-3 weeks into the new patch. And honestly, before we're jumping into the playoffs, I wanted to know in this video what exactly your thoughts are on the new patch right now. We have of course two elements to it. We have on the one side the solo experience when you queue up for your own games, but on the other hand we have all of the tournament matches. And specifically talking about the tournaments, I gotta say that everything centering around specifically experience globes is something where I think Blizzard has actually made good moves. I like the new Inspire mechanic on minions and the push that you have as a side laner, or if you are really looking at proper macro play with your team where you can now take structures down a little bit faster. They offset that obviously with the increased health on structures, but generally speaking, I think it's a pretty decent change, and I like it. It makes it more dangerous when somebody splits off and the opponent doesn't react to it. So teams need to be more map aware, and it's kind of working, at least in our favor, I think, because the games have been pretty exciting. Now, there are obviously also the changes around the dive mechanics when you are going onto a hero that is hiding underneath a fort or underneath a keep. And I don't know, I'm still a little bit torn on those, to be absolutely honest with you. We've seen the armor mechanic, the shield mechanic now come in multiple times, and it really saved a few targets as well. But generally speaking, I can't really help myself but think that it wasn't necessary to change that. The priority, it's interesting, I think, if you're now pushing with Nuburak, if you have a minion wave pushing in, and you just dive on those heroes. It's getting used more, I believe, in the second week in the last chance qualifier, and we saw some pretty fierce fights underneath that. So it's more something that kicks in once that we're looking at more of the late game, the mid-late game, when people are roaming as a 5-man, really trying to get stuff accomplished on the map. Not so much in the earlier stages. But I'm still not quite sure what I think about it. If they should have just removed both of those mechanics, go back to the old target priority for keeps, forts, and the core, and remove this protection circle again. This is the only thing where I'm a little bit torn. But I'm actually curious. I want to know what you guys think about it. Do you think that the new patch is better? Do you think that it was better in the old version? Have you enjoyed the game so far? Personally, I really like the way that the teams were trying to change things in the meta, and it's still going on. Everybody is still experimenting. I think the general map length has been reduced slightly. At least that's the feeling that I get now. Maybe by a minute or two, not by too much. But we're still getting super exciting games, and we haven't seen a lot of these insane stomps that some people ahead of the patch have expected. So what are your thoughts? What do you think? What do you think is happening with the new patch? Do you enjoy the games that we have right now? Do you think we're going to see more heroes establish themselves now in the playoffs as meta champions? Will we see a bit more Asmodan, for example, or is Infest Zagara going to be played again? So let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think. Also, quick reminder, if you want to support all of the efforts that we have on the channel, if you support all the tournaments that we're currently hosting in the streams, you can support the channel. Become a supporter at patreon.com/Khaldor. It's the best way to support the stream. Oftentimes get asked in the comments what I prefer. This is honestly the best thing that you can do if you want to support the efforts to keep the Heroes of the Storm esports scene alive. Thanks to everybody that is already supporting the channel there. If you haven't done it yet and you're considering it, then thank you very much. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about the patch and what your thoughts are. Also, what you expect from the playoffs. And we're of course going to get more gameplay into the YouTube channel in just a couple of moments. And well, that's basically for today. So thank you very much for watching, and see you guys in the next one.